Well, hey folks, Fat Guy Flies RC. All right, we're out here at the Avon Park Aero Models Club. Going to take up the 80mm T-33. The only thing I've modded, I've given this plane a clear coat, and I've added the front landing light off of an AL37, ordered off and plugged it into the blue box. That's all I did. There's a light plug next to the gear thing on the blue box, if I remember right. It's been a while since I've done that. But haven't flown this plane in a hot minute, and I bought this before they were offering reverse thrust with it, so I don't have that. So right, left, up, down, right, left. Take it up, have some fun. Haven't flown in quite a while, and I got my son Gabriel filming for me. Camera pressure is taking a little break. Got the Freewing brand afterburner there. I still haven't traded it out for a KM models yet, which I'm still meaning to do that. And I don't have, like I said, I don't have thrust reverse, so it does have a little more of a longer, shallow rollout in order to, or landing, so that I can get her stopped before she hits the grass. All right, right, left, up, down. All right, I'm just very, very anal about checking my control surfaces, and now we got a crosswind, of course, on top of that, but that's okay. We can deal with that.
Landing flaps, takeoff flaps.
But it's not bad. High rates.
Flaps up, gear up.
High rates, 3.5 minute timer. Back off the throttle just a little bit. Cut right. Has a very iconic shape to it. It's a legacy fighter. Straight up. Snap roll.
Time remaining 3 minutes.
Snap rolls with no problem whatsoever. Okay.
Landing flaps.
Bring her by kind of slow.
Flaps up.
There. Go back out towards the road there. Straight up with it. Beautiful plane.
Retracts deployed. Time remaining 2 minutes. Landing flaps.
Kept her on a runway. All right. Love that landing light. I can actually see it.
Flaps up. Landing flap. Take flaps up.
All right.
Takeoff flaps.
Whew. Nervous. Shouldn't be. Just haven't flown in a while.
Flaps up. Gear up.
Running a 5900 SMC pack. Beautiful plane. Handles so well. All right, I'm going to come my glide by and I'm going to hit it.
Time remaining 1 minute. Retracts deployed. Landing flaps. Flaps up.
Didn't like it?
Seconds. Landing flaps.
If you don't like it, keep enough battery to go around. Gonna be in the grass, but that's okay.
20 seconds.
Last thing I want to do is try to horse it around to keep it on the runway. It's not going to hurt to roll in the grass a little bit. You just have to, by time and experience, understand the momentum of the plane, how it's working, and whether or not you can go ahead and turn it to keep it on the runway or not. There is no shame in running off the runway, especially when you got a short one like we got. Ours is only 210 feet. Actually, let me get it turned around here. Oh, I tried. I don't have thrust reverse to back her in there, but that's okay.
Prop secured.
I can turn her around the old-fashioned way. All right, Gabriel, let's have our little sit down like we've been doing lately. This plane sits enough off the ground or where you should be able to see the control surfaces, no problem. Oh, yeah. All right. Oh. I have to sit down like this every so often, folks. My back gets to hurting me so bad. I got arthritis in my back. So we had 10 seconds left on a 4-minute timer. I think it was 4 minutes.
Starting the timer.
No, 3.5 minutes. Okay, let me unplug the Freewing afterburner that I bought with the plane. That was before I was working with KM models. 45%, so really next time I fly it, I'm going to put it back at 4 minutes and fly it then. All right, to show you the placement, I can just show you. Basically, I've got the 4900 SMC pack tucked underneath the very front there. So really, that's the only place you're going to put it, and she CGs just fine right there. And I don't have CG on here. It'll be in the description of the video. I don't even have a marker as to where I have it. All I know is that if I put the 5000 or whatever I'm flying like that, she balances just fine. So I'm not going to be able to share that with you. The actual CG will be in the description of the video, but I just can't show you right now because I don't know it. Which is stupid because you should be able to check your CG. I'm sure I've got that somewhere on there. I'm thinking maybe it's just supposed to be on that panel line right there. So, well, she certainly flew well. Good thing. All right, let's talk about our rates. Right off the bat, I flew in my high rates the entire time. Ailerons are 93%. Oh, by the way, these are copied from BD Tennessee's rates and his settings. Ailerons were 93 at 30. Elevator 94 at 30. Rudder 90 at 30 expo. Okay. Flap systems. Now this one is different because you actually use a no, you do use a down elevator. Up flaps are a negative 100. Takeoff flaps are negative 12% with no mix, and landing is 43% with a negative 7 up elevator. If you look at it, it actually goes up. Look very closely at that elevator when I go. All right, flaps are all the way up. Watch that elevator as I go all the way to landing, and you'll see the elevator will actually go up a little bit.
Landing flaps.
See? Just a small amount.
Flaps up.
You almost can't even see it. So, 2-second deployment on that. My AS3X settings are, I think this is an older one, one-time gains, roll 30, pitch 35, yaw 50. Priority all at 100 on roll, pitch, and yaw. Heading I did nothing with, which I never do anything with heading. Stop lock is all at 50, 50, and 50 on roll, pitch, and yaw. Release rate I did nothing with. It's whatever the default is. The gain sensitivity at one-time gains. All right. There you go, folks. That is the T-33 legacy jet, Korean War era. And the only thing I've modded is I've added the landing light at the front, and I've wired that directly to the blue board. And it's got suspension gear, and I've given her a clear coat. But the light and the clear coat's all I've done for this jet. Well, folks, thank you so much for watching. This is Fat Guy Flies RC. My son Gabriel filming for me. Thank you, Gabriel. And we're not replacing Camera Precious. She's just taking a break and letting Gabe run the show for a little bit. All right, well, y'all have a good, and God bless y'all. And don't forget, folks, Faith, Family, and Friends. And SMC, thank you for the LiPo for review. I love these SMC packs. That's the version 2, the 5900 high voltage pack version 2. And this is the T-33 from Freewing. I bought it from Motion RC. God bless y'all, and we'll see you later. Bye-bye. Hey folks, all right, this is going to be this is going to be the bonus flight to the T-33 flight. And this time we're going to do a speed run, and I am reading this time. All right. We're going to do a straight and level into the wind, and then we'll take them to a dive and just for fun see how fast I can make it move. All right, let me get down here behind my son, Gabriel, who's filming for me today. Got the Freewing brand afterburner in there. I don't think I've done the plane. Added a clear coat and the landing light off an AL37. Plugged it into the blue board. All right, here we go.
Gear up. Take flaps up.
All right. It's going to be into the wind now, full speed. All right.
Landing flaps. Retracts deployed.
Should have had a touch more flare, and I wouldn't have bounced off hard on that nose, but still not bad. This T-33, I bought it before they started including thrust reversing in them.
Flaps up.
So I don't have that ability. I mean, I could add the ESC to do that. Stop, read. All right, not bad. 107 mile an hour performance into the wind, into a pretty strong wind at that. All right, so we're going to start again. We are reading. This time we're just going to take it up with the wind in a hard dive and see if I can't get it up over 130. I think I can do it. If not, I can be pretty darn close to it. All right, we'll be diving from the east back that way. All right, let me actually get over here. I can't figure out where I want to be. I'm not gonna.
Take off flaps.
Yeah, we'll do takeoff flaps.
Flaps up. Gear up.
Okay. Hard dive.
Time remaining 3 minutes.
All right.
Retracts deployed. Landing flaps.
All right. Almost kept her on the runway. Yeah, if I had thrust reverse, which I still may break down and put thrust reversing in it, but it has an awfully big cheater on the underside, and I'll lose an awful lot of that. So that's one of the reasons why I haven't installed one yet. Let the grass be my brake.
Prop secured.
All right, still got 2.5 minutes left on this flight. Oh, come on, it reset it. Well, we gotta do it over again. Gosh darn it.
Motor on.
All right, try it again. It's reading. I don't know why it does it. Sometimes it'll just reset itself.
I don't know, it's not anymore to me.
Maybe I just want to keep flying. All right, I'm gonna just stay out here this time.
Take off flaps. Flaps up, gear up.
All right, hard dive. She's cooking. She was cooking.
Retract deployed.
Boy, I hope I got that this time,
Time remaining 2 minutes.
because she was cooking when she came by.
Landing flaps.
There we go. Good, it says stop.
Prop secured.
All right, good. When it says stop, that means it's still, okay, stop. Read. Haha, not almost. 128 mile an hour, 128 mile an hour. All right, not bad at all, 128. Boy, oh boy. I like that. All right, we still got a minute and a half, a minute 48.
Motor on.
Take it up,
Flaps up.
finish off this battery. Well, not finish off for good, but. All right. Let me
Take off
get
flaps.
back over here behind my son, Gabriel, who's filming for me. Thank you, Gabriel. Okay, here we go.
Flaps up, gear up.
You sometimes just have a right combination of events to get over 130. I think the fastest I've ever had an airplane is 139, and that was the Zeus.
Retracts deployed. 1 minute.
All right, there's my minute warning. Halfway down the field. Landing flaps coming down. With jets, my minute warning, that's when I want to start landing her. That's 2 landings for the price of 1. And folks, we don't charge extra for that extra landing there. That one's a freebie.
Flaps up.
All right, son, if you'll just focus in, zoom in on that plane, get a couple of beautiful glamour shots of it up close. All right. Folks, that is the T-33, 80 millimeter. Prop is off, EDF is off. Not gonna cut you if you shoved your hand up in there. And let's check the battery real quick. Still had 46 seconds left on a 4-minute timer, but I was hitting it pretty hard. Battery is warm. 32% left, so if I wouldn't have been hitting it so hard, I could have flown the full 4 minutes and come back at probably 20%. If I would have hit it hard the whole time, I would have come back probably 15% the way it is now, but that's okay. Now you have to put your 5,000 or whatever you're flying all the way forward to get proper CG. This is not a death burrito. You do not want to have this tail heavy or favoring tail heavy. You want level. For this kind of a mid-wing plane, you want level. And that is the SMC. Both my flights were done with this exact same type pack. I just have 2 of these. SMC 5900. Now, if you charge it at the 4.35, then it's the 5900 milliamps. If you charge a regular LiPo rate of 4.2, it's 5100. So no matter what, it's a 5,000 plus, but I always charge these at the high voltage rate of 5900 or 4.35. That way I almost get a 6,000 out of a 5,000 space. And the battery's sent to me by SMC for review. This is their version 2s. Battery's slightly warm, but I will tell you this, they're good performance. What makes a difference, yes, they're about 30% more in price, but you get 30% more of everything. 30% more performance, 30% more battery life, 30% more time, how do I say it? More cycles out of them. So more life in the air, more life long term, and better performance. You get the full arc of performance the entire time of the flight. Usually with a regular LiPo, your first third, you've got the most of the battery, the middle half, you got a decent amount, and then towards the last third, the battery starts dying on you, but not with the SMC packs. In my experience, what I've seen with them, you get that full amount, the entire arc. So to me, they're worth the extra money. That's just me. Now, some of y'all, I got one viewer that absolutely hates them, and he just absolutely can't stand them. And I don't know why he's having such a hard time with them, but for me, I've got about 15 of them, I got about 10 of them that the SMC's sent to me, and I have bought about 10 of them that are mine that I bought, and I'm very, very pleased with them. I'm very pleased, and not just because they sent them to me, I bought them anyways. So they're a good battery. I really appreciate it. I'm so glad I found them. All right, well, y'all have a good one. God bless y'all. And that was the bonus flight of the 80 millimeter T-33, and it is a great flying jet. Y'all have a good legacy jet. Gabriel, thank you for filming for me. God bless y'all. God is good. And don't forget, faith, family, and friends, and then T-33 Legacy Jets. Bye-bye.